Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. That's it. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Complete to Wright. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards.
First down, Washington.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Bring it. Hey, watch it. You go tight. You got tight.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 12-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tens the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Go. Screen. Check 99. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. Go.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch twins. Kill, screen. Kill. Turn up. Shoot. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete here. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Drop deep, drop deep. Watch it. Go. Check. All right.
Now Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Time to end it. Hey.
Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. SOS.
Henry.
SOS.
Check.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, D. 36. Kill.
Check 52. Shoot.
Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Check 50.
Tighten up. Joker. Slam. Spine.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Double team. Check 3. Showing it. 6-3. 2-18. Put it in.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Undercut, undercut, undercut. 10's the mic, 10's the mic.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Here goes Mike 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Watch the center.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Good trap, good trap. Patch it. Watch out, watch out. Go. Check safety. Share. Bang, bang, bang. Hey. Bang, bang. Hey. Ball trot.
Here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Help! 6 yards. 10 like 10. We'll hold this.
He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Got 4. 4 to 6. Shit, go. Shit.
Check 13. Check 13.
Watch the twist.
This time Jackson will throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 10. Mike 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Jackson now. Buying time to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
I've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Check pass.
Mike 10. Mike 10.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
All day, every day, any day. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Right there.
Play action. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long.
The amount of sacks that they've observed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Under 10. 10. Double up. He's coming, double up. Hayward.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
We've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Let's go, D. Mike 10. Mike 10.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Over. Switch. Check nickel. Check go. Check crunch. Slam.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Stay focused. Come on. All right. I got you.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, right's got it. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson will throw again. Got a man, it's right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw again is Jackson, finding room to the 20. And right with it here over the middle. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Check.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
The 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 30 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
You better bring it. Hey, go.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check hot route. Hot. Tens the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Yo. Watch twist. Kill.
Here's Jackson to throw, and he's going to go down again. Reuben Foster able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watch 55. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Mike 55.
In your face.
Check 24. Check 24. Kill. Ball, trot.
Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
He's coming.
Let's go. Drive on. Whip. Go. Watch the whip. 6. Yeah.
Motion backfield.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
At their own 15-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This quarterback now, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
SOS. Mike 10. Mike 10. Go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Move him.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 21 yards there on 3rd down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Check 52.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And just shutting him off there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. Hayward. Joker.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Jackson on third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Redskin first down.
Now Jackson on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run. Mike 54.
Right here.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Go. Show it up. Short. That's a single.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Redskins.
Are you getting the headache? Go.
Watch the edge. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
It's outside.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave one more off this lead. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. Set. 10, touchdown. Go.
We want it. Come to my world.
Try. He's checking.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Undercrush. 10's the mic. 10
Jackson now, throwing again. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for Baltimore. First down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Like 10. Heavy on the edges. Watch the safety creep.
Hatchet. Watch it.
Jackson throwing on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
That's it.
To throw is Jackson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Check 13. 13.
Watch the twist. Say. Check 26.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.